All right, we are back with episode 9. We are already in the 2026 start of the season. Sorry, went a little too far with the sim, but I got a little too excited. Here we are with the Mariners. We are 9 and 1 already. We made some big moves. Um, we made a big move for Fernando Tatis. He's already out for 6 weeks, but his injury proneness is still normal. We made a big trade to get him. I'll show you what we did. We traded Lazaro Montes, one of our top prospects, 80 power, on pace for 68 home runs this year with the Padres system. Greg Santos, reliever, really good reliever for us. And Joseph King, a couple of pitching prospects who are a little older, don't really mind giving up. And we also got Yuki Matsui, who they're eating half of his deal, player opt out for this year, just kind of a filler for Santos. They really wanted Montez and Santos for Tatis, and I'm like, I don't really want to give up. Um, well, one, I don't want to give up Montez, but I knew we had to give up something. So I was like, okay, we'll give up Montez, but I want to just give up Montez for Tatis straight up. They don't want to do that. So I asked for Matsui, and then all I had to give in was two pitching prospects who weren't that good. Tatis is locked in for like 14 years, so this is a big risk, but also it could pay off huge. Um, we did lose Bellinger. We got a supplemental first round pick for him. I was still looking into him, but once we didn't get him, I pivoted to Tatis. He signed a 6 year deal with the Mets. Pretty good deal, 137. I don't think I would have done that. He is 30 already. He had an incredible year. Probably would do this for another 3 years. Looking back, I probably should have tried a little harder. But you know what? We got Tatis. Um, we made it work. He is on the IL now, but whatever. We also made a couple more moves. We extended O'Neal Cruz to a 7 year, $46 million deal. Really team friendly. He's only guaranteed this 2 mil, so 6, 14, 22, like 30 million over 5 years. So, and then two team options with a couple buyouts. So, like more like 31 mil. Uh, but I haven't played third base the whole year, most likely. Still a 60 potential there. We're moving Cole Young to second. Because if you look at Cole Young, we don't have Polanco anymore. Cole Young has a 70 potential at second. Just going to be really good there. Gold Glove caliber at second base. Really good base runner. Just all around incredible. I tried to put him through the Generate Bat Speed program, but he did not work. But we did put J.P. Crawford into the development machine, and he improved his defense again. So hopefully he can be better out there. If you look at last year, he improved. Let's see. He improved from 2024 a little bit, and now this year, hopefully, he's on the positive side, or at least close to it. And whatever his bat gives us, we'll be happy. He's off to a pretty decent start already. Um, what else? We traded for Tyro Estrada. He is on the last year of his deal, the 890% of his 8.8 mil. Expiring guy, can play outfield, infield. We traded catching prospect DeAndre, Carter Jensen, who we got off the waiver wire. Don't need another catcher right now, though. Samad Taylor, who I didn't want to give up, but pretty good depth guy, but I feel like I can find him somewhere else. Wasn't the best defender, really good base runner, could hit a little bit, so uh, he's probably the best player we gave up there. Townsend, just kind of a middle of the road reliever prospect. But we got Tyro. He's going to play a lot of outfield, a lot of infield, backup shortstop, and all that. With Tatis out, he's playing every day. We also signed Yandy Diaz. No one wanted to sign him, so we signed him to a minor league deal. Put him on the 40 man, and he made the team out of spring. So, pretty sneaky sign here. Don't know if he's going to give us much, but just kind of a good DH guy to have, along with we're going to have Cal Raleigh be the full time DH. Um, as Harry Ford has taken over the full time catching duty for this team. Mitch Garver's still around. Didn't No one wanted to take him, so we're keeping him. He's a hard worker, so maybe he could fill in with injuries and stuff. Locklear has the job at first base. He's locked down. Still want his contact a little higher, but maybe we'll do that in the off season. See what's going on there. We traded for Luis Garcia from the Reds um, for Luke Raley. So it's kind of like a 1-1 deal. They gave us 1 mil as well. and he is on a little long-term deal. 6 this year, 8, 10, 10. So a little bit of a risk, but I feel like he's 25, has a 60 contact, 50 gap, 70 avoid K. If he can get his power up or his eye up, he'd be a really valuable player. Right now, he's probably with his base running and defensive utility, he's probably a 2.5 win player if he can be a league average hitter. So pretty good deal there. He's going to be our starting left fielder against righties. We also signed Eloy Jimenez, who is to a minor league deal. No one wanted him as well, so got him. He's up because Tatis got hurt, so we'll hit against lefties most likely. Then on the pitching side, that's it for the hitting. We got Cole Young, J. Rod, Luis Garcia, Locklear, Cruz, Ford, Estrada, and then pitching. We signed Dylan Cease. Pretty team-friendly deals. 11.6 for this year, 11.6 to player opt-out after the first year, and then a team option for the last year. So, if he's good, that's a good thing for us. He'll probably opt out, but that means he had a good year. We also signed Carlos Hernandez to a $1.8 million deal. Decent arm here. Could start to. Going to be in our bullpen, though. Good fastball slider combo. Good stuff. So expecting him to fill that Santos role most likely. And then we have Bryce Miller in the bullpen to start the year as well. We know injuries are going to happen, so we're expecting it. We also brought back Paul Sewald to a $6.5 million deal. Pretty expensive for him. Don't know if he's going to last the year, but we're gonna try it out. We have Muno still, Brash, Cito, Spire, similar team. We have Brian Wu in the rotation. Luis Castillo is back. So that's pretty much what we did. Um, what else is going on? We signed some international guys. Um, Signed Trevino, 16-year-old, 65 potential. Had a good relationship with him. Hopefully he pans out in 5 years. We also signed one more guy, and then we also included 150K in the Tyro Estrada deal, international pool money, because we were already done with our signings. So the last guy we signed was another outfielder, David Castro. Pretty decent tools right here, but who knows? We only signed for 780K. The last guy, Trevino, signed for I think for 3.4 or something, so 3.2. So that's pretty much it. You can look at our top prospects. We lost some guys due to graduations. We have Carrillo, we signed last year in the international pool. We have Locklear still on there. Trevino, Flores, Trace, Ye Savage. Um, we also revamped our scouting. Um, well, I should say, Ye Savage is going to start an A-ball again because he struggled last year. Hopefully he can improve. He should be really good, but don't know if he's going to pan out. But we did bring in a scouting director, Mike Messina, outstanding. Paid him a good chunk of money, 1.2 mil a year, and then we also fired our manager because he was having issues with our club. He had 5 issues, like personality-wise. So we brought in Jose Pemberton, who has pretty good relationships with everybody and really good ratings. So 5 year or 2 years, 1.1. See how he does. Could give him an extension next year, but you could see we have a pretty good, um, personality thing here, and then our club team chemistry looks pretty good. We don't have any issues. It's a big part of what I strive for is, stuff we can control is bringing in bad personalities. So there's that. What else did we do? We can look around the league real quick. I wish I had the off-season screen to show you who signed with who. Um, Darian Blanco off to a good start. But I'm sure, throughout the year we'll figure out who signed with who and all that. Um, let's see. I'm sure there's got to be an off-season center here. No? Alright, well, yeah, we'll just figure it out as we go along everything. The last game, we'll look at the Orioles. Mayo is a similar team. They have Vogelbach now. We started the year off 9-1. We started the year off 8-0, and we finally lost to Toronto. Toronto has Bichette, Ramon Laureano, Guerrero, Elvis Martinez. Conforto signed with the Jays, by the way. 1 year, 12.2 mil. Good for him. Good Mariner right here, old friend. Um, Schneider, Varsho. So, yeah, the Mariners losing the guy. We also lost Polanco, Dylan Moore, those guys. Anybody on the Nats? No, same team, really. And the Yankees, Volpe, Judge, Dominguez is there, Adames is there, Jesus Rodriguez, Trent Grisham, Stanton. Stanton came off. He had a 51 homer year, and then he got hurt the next year. So, typical Stanton, unfortunately. Garrett Cole. So, yeah, probably sim to the first year player draft or the trade deadline and see what's going on. We're going to look at the preseason predictions. When we first got into spring, I had a 102 win prediction for the Mariners here, but then it dropped down to 81 as we ended spring. I'm not sure why, but that's weird. But feel really good about this team. We have probably the best catcher in baseball now, Harry Ford. Look at these numbers, and then Julio Rodriguez is going to do his thing. Munoz still around. Almost traded Munoz this offseason for, I think, a couple players straight up because people value him a lot. Castillo's still around, 3 more years. So, yeah, I feel really good. I will see you guys in mid-season. Thanks for watching. All right, we're back. We just had the first year player draft, and I'll tell you who we took. We had 2 picks in the first round. Um, we took Jamie Sutton, high school shortstop infielder. Can also play some outfield. We're going with the shortstop uh, to outfield kind of look if we need to do that. We also took a shortstop last year in Theo Gillen, so just stacking up on the good athletes, I guess. He doesn't have good base running, but he's high work ethic, really good hit tool. Um, he, I mean, he signed for slot value, so how can I not? Could play shortstop decently, might be a second baseman or center fielder in the future, or a corner outfielder. Um, with our second pick in the first round for Cody Bellinger, we took college pitcher Liam Peterson. Not really developed as much as I'd like, but he's going to start when he signs probably an A ball, probably pitch, probably 40 more innings or so. We'll see. But really good personality, really good velocity, some really good pitches here fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. If he gets his control up, he'll be a problem. Maybe his movement too. So really good there. Slot money as well. And then third pick we took Jeff Brewer, 75 potential. Didn't really look at this though. I really liked his contact power and avoid Ks. If he can get his eye right, he'll be an elite hitter. Not much of a base runner, not much of a fielder, but he'll be decent in the outfield. Can play first base a little bit too at 5'10". So he's a high school guy. Didn't really, not many options, I guess. And then we took Hunter Dietz, who was our third round pick, high school or college pitcher. Where's he? He's already in our system. So yeah, we'll start him in A ball, and we're gonna actually start him. So here we go. Do that. And 100 eats in A ball to start off. And then Colton Hartman hasn't signed yet, but two-way guy, can hit really well. It looks like control needs to really get a bump in order to be a serviceable pitcher. So he's going to take a while to develop, probably get up at like 24, 25 if he's going to be a two-way guy. Matthew Dallas, another college pitcher, 92, 94, decent pitches right here, 22 already, fifth round pick. May turn into something. And then took some catchers here with good defensive stats. Not the best arm, but good blocking, good framing, decent hit tool. If he can develop out of a high school as a high school bat, that'd be great. We also took third baseman Perugini. Just decent, couldn't play first base. Can't really play outfield, so decent hit tool. Don't really care. We'll see how he develops. high school pitcher Salam, and that's pretty much all we have. I look back at our last picks. Bodine is 22 years old in A ball, hitting pretty well, so he's probably gonna get the call up soon to Double A. See how he does, or high A. Necker still in rookie ball as a two-way guy. We'll see how he develops. Not really optimistic about him, but we're gonna keep him down there for the time being. Fleming Hall, another guy in rookie ball still, just trying to get better. And Yay Savage still in A ball. His potential went down. He's pitching pretty well this year though, so that's good. His walk rate is still pretty high, but we'll see how he develops. Hopefully, pretty well. I think he's angry. Team record, yeah. Don't don't really have much control over that. Theo Gillen still in A ball, hitting at league average, so probably gonna move him up to A ball or rookie ball, but gonna move him up to A ball soon. Um, and then Pierce George still in Modesto, probably gonna be ready for high A soon. And Talon Bell still a two-way guy trying to get his pitching right. Maybe he'll just be a hitter in the future. So we will see. Matthew Champion as well, still in A ball. So these guys are going to take a while. Um, but yeah, we are 40 and 27. We are 2 games out of the AL West first place. We're in the first place AL wildcard. So we'll see how that works out. We just had a couple injuries to Teese and J Rod were out for a while, but they are back. Gonna look at the stats so far. We got J Rod 2.9 WAR, Cole Young 2.1 WAR, dominating out there at second. Really good fielder, really good base runner, pretty good hitter, gets on base. That's all we really care about. Harry Ford putting up another good year, struggling with his average, and Babbitt, but yeah, due for some regression. Um, his framing has been decent, not the best. Luis Garcia's had a good year, 125 WRC plus. O'Neill Cruz trying to get going. Um, just needs to hit a little bit more, for power, and he'll be good. His walk rate is up, which is great. Locklear's had a good year so far, 19 home runs, 9 walk rate. Needs to get his strikeouts down maybe a little bit, as Babbitt is due for some regression. Um, Crawford has been fine. Zone rating wise, he's been good at shortstop. This is all we really care about. He's on pace for like 2.5 WAR, so that's great. Tatis has struggled, but he's Tatis. He'll probably improve. Yandy Diaz has been great for free agent signing. 146. Estrada has been not that great. He got up to a good start. Now he's slowed down. Garver not great. Soler not great. Raleigh not great. We also traded for Soler. We traded him for Eloy Jimenez, Michael Chavez, Ashton Izzy, and Jeter Martinez. None of these prospects are really looking good. Eloy Martinez, just a minor league deal. Izzy might be something, but the Giants ate a little bit of his deal. Soler at the 13 mil, they ate 6.5. So that's good for us. Maybe he can hit a couple more home runs. I gotta adjust his strategy real quick. I already did. But he's off to a good start with us. So just need some home runs out of him. Probably going to DH, play some outfield. Pitching wise, Kirby's been good. Gilbert's been good. Luis Castillo struggled a little bit, but have faith in him. Brash has been great out of the bullpen. Cease has struggled. We'll see how he does. Wu has been fine. Mino struggled a little bit, but he's on track. Seawald, Matsui been good. And then Sasido has struggled a little bit, but um, we have faith in these guys. In the AL, we are fourth in runs scored, and then fifth in runs against. Our defense is good. Our base running is good. Just need to get a little bit better in every area, I'd say. That's the biggest thing. Bryce Miller's been good out of the pen too, kind of as a mop-up guy, multi-inning guy. And he looks like he's happy, so that's good. When it comes to team chemistry, we are ecstatic. Garver and Raleigh are not that happy, or with our coach, but whatever. But yeah, we're going pretty well. Probably going to make a few moves at the deadline, so I'll probably be back then. All right, we are back at the end of the year, and I skipped through the trade deadline, but we made a huge move. I think you guys would all love it. We saved Mike Trout from the Angels. We did this because we feel like he still has something left in the tank. He is wrecked, so we're not expecting too much. But he came over and he hit 8 home runs and 150 plate appearances. His walk to strikeout rate really wasn't there, but he had a 119 WRC plus, was DHing a lot, had a .8 WAR, and the Angels ate 85% of his deal, and they also gave us some cash. So the trade was they gave us 7.2 million, which covers about what this. Let me check the salaries real quick. So Trout is we're paying him 5.3 next year, so 10, 15, 20 mil for 4 years. They gave us 7.2, so really we're paying 13 mil, counting a couple prorated mil this year, so about 15 million for 4.5 years. So that's a deal I couldn't pass up. We did give up a little bit. We can check this out. We gave up Aiden Smith, just a left-handed, bad personality, so I don't really care. He was probably never going to cut it with us. Werner Blankley, who we claimed off of waivers, it was in AAA most of the year, had a really high strikeout rate in AAA. I mean, with us, and then in AAA, sorry, he had a high strikeout rate with us, and was sorry, what am I saying? He was in Tacoma, had a 14.8 walk rate, had a 127 WRC plus, was in the majors with us, hit a little bit, and then got sent back down. They got traded, and now was horrible with the Angels in 200 plate appearances. Just kind of a replacement guy. He's really a first baseman. Um, we also gave up Max Ferguson, who was a minor league free agent signing. He was fine in Tacoma for us, just like a win player, sure. But we can give him up. Then Canzone, former prospect for the Mariners, just wasn't really going to cut it for us. Can't play defense, so that's how that went. But we got Mike Trout. I don't think we made any other moves. We made one more move. We traded for Kevin Gausman, who is probably on the back end of his career. He may not make the playoff rotation, but we just, he's we had to do it. Half of his 23 mil was prorated, so um, no future salary included. Um, but that moved Dylan Cease to the bullpen. He was actually a little better in the bullpen. He had a 4.8 FIP. We could see as a, let's see, as a starter, 100 innings pitched, he had a 4.49, and in the bullpen, 33 innings, he had a 3.26. So we're probably going to keep him there. We're probably going to rock with Castillo, Kirby, Gilbert, Wu. We made the playoffs, and we fought for that AL West title. We won by one game, and turns out we got the second seed. I was paying close attention to the Twins and us. We got the second seed, so that means we get a bye, and that's huge because we had J-Rod out for the last month, and now he's back in a week. We can bring him back, put him on the roster, which I think we're going to do. Um, but he had a crazy year. He only had 500 plate appearances, but he had a 169 WRC plus, 7.4 WAR. Wasn't even the best base runner. This number could have got to 8 easily. He only played, how many games did he play? He played 115 games and put up 7.4 WAR. Just incredible. He is a lightning rod. Cole Young had another great year. He's a franchise player now. His power wasn't there, but he got it up to around 395, hit 12 home runs, almost 700 plate appearances, 5.4 WAR, just a little. He outperformed his rookie year a little bit. Pretty much the same year though, but in the field he played second most of the year. Was a Gold Glove caliber second baseman. Played some center as well, just because J Rod was out. Tatis came over and was struggling early on, but then ended up mellowing out. Had a 141 WRC plus. That is stunning after the start he got off to. What did he hit in September? 201 WRC plus. He had 150 plus in the last 3 months, so that'll do it. Um, but he is fragile now, so might be a rough contract, but whatever, it's worth it. Need some star power. We got it. Our fans love it. Fan interest 93. Um, O'Neal Cruz had a really good year. 30 stolen bases, 119 WRC plus, 23 home runs. Was pretty good at third base. Only played third base for us. He got his ratings up to 60. Um, and then Harry Ford struggled a lot during the year. Didn't really hit for much power, but his BABIP was really poor. 260, 113 WRC plus. Still had like a 4 WAR, 31 stolen bases. So we'll take it. His framing was decent. Could be better, I think. We'll see down the line. See if I can get his defense up a little bit. Luis Garcia was a godsend. It was a good trade. 2.6 WAR, 106 WRC plus. He struggled towards the end, but did what we needed him to do. Locklear had a great rookie year. I think he's a rookie still. 33 home runs, 280 BABIP, so he could still do a little better. 113 WRC plus, 2 WAR. Love to see that. J.P. Crawford had a decent year, 1.8 WAR. We'll take that. This is the last year of his deal. Ended up having a positive year at shortstop, so that's good. Trout came over and was fine. Estrada struggled, but he played a lot of different positions, so it was nice to have him around. Just kind of a utility guy. Wasn't too bad at any of them. But yeah, probably not going to be with us next year. But a good utility guy. He'll be valuable. Soler came over and had a 96 WRC plus at 9 home runs. Just as an expiring deal as well. Just kind of came over and helped a little bit. That's all we can ask for. Move his base running down a little bit. And then Yandy Diaz came over and was good for most of the year. Ended up being like the full-time DH towards the end. But he did what we asked him to do. He was a minor league free agent, so minor league deal. So that works. Cal Raleigh struggled. Probably either going to trade him or not offer him or tender him a contract. We'll see. We also DFA'd Mitch Garver. He's in AAA, hitting pretty well, just in case. But he's done after this year too. Pitching wise, Luis Castillo had a bounce back year. He struggled towards the beginning, but ended up having a 3.3 FIP, almost 200 innings pitched. Logan Gilbert struggled a little bit too. We had some issues with our starting rotation this year, but still had 3 WAR. Wu had a really good year. Young guy, 26, ended up having almost 9 Ks per 9, 3 walks per 9. Home runs were a little issue. Gosman came over and was fine. Cease ended up had more WAR than Kirby, but Kirby had better run prevention. So his home run rate just skyrocketed. I want to say maybe we could pitch. Why is his pitch around so high? It's not what we want. Whatever. Okay, so that might have been the reason why he was giving up so many home runs, putting himself in problem counts or something. Munoz was fine. He struggled a little bit. 3.5 FIP. Brash was good. He had like a 1 ERA going into like the final 2 months. Sewald did his job. Our bullpen was pretty good. Matsui was fine. Wasn't the best peripherally. We gave up a lot of home runs. But overall, Bryce Miller wasn't the best. Just kind of a mop-up role. Overall, 4th in runs scored, 3rd in runs against. Good defense, 6th. We're a force, 93 wins. I feel like we could have done better if J-Rod and Fernando Tatis didn't get hurt. They both played 115 games. They missed, 50 games. So that's just how the cookie crumbles. J-Rod had another 30-30 season, almost another 30-30. He had 3 in a row and then missed out on this one due to injury. But we move on to the playoffs. We got a first-round bye. We're playing the winner of the Rays and Twins. The Orioles are playing the winner of the Red Sox Rangers. The Dodgers made it. The Braves made it as the byes. Cubs Rockies. Rockies made it. 89 wins for them. Ankel Fernandez hitting really well. Jordan Beck came up and was phenomenal. It's cool to see. Chris Bryant still kicking over there. Floral. Romo came up. Really good defender. Romo led the team in batting average. Good for him. Amador is up now, 70 potential. Wow. Okay. He's He's had pretty good years with them so far. It's nice. Now they have Tovar as well. Did he get an extension with them? No. In real life, I know he signed an extension, but worth 4 WAR the last 3 seasons. Good for him. Looks like they have a little bit of a base over there now. WAR, Nolan Jones had a good year. 27 home runs. Nice. Look at the Rockies, man. Griffin Cannon, Gabriel Hughes. They have Chase Dolander as their closer. Interesting. And then the Phillies and Cardinals. Cardinals made it. Is Goldie still there? Goldie is still there. Had a decent. He had a good year this year. Good for him. 4-win year on a big extension. Um, yeah, Mason Wynn had a really good year. 7.3 WAR. My God. Is he really good in the field? Yeah, 17.8 zone rating. Wow, he is fragile though. Unfortunate. Newt Bar still good. Nolan Gorman, 44 home runs. Walker, 20 home runs. Only played 113 games. Ivan Herrera, decent. Burleson still there. They got Freddie Peralta, the trade with Milwaukee, in exchange for Chase Davis and Roberts. Interesting. Cardinals, 90 wins. All right, let's check the Phillies, see if they made any big moves. Johan Rojas, 4-win player now, 3-win player last year. Justin Crawford's up, struggled. They have some injuries. Trey Turner's out, Stodd's out. Yeah, Brandon Marsh is out, so they're hurt a little bit. Harper's still kicking, 3 WAR this year, 5 WAR last year. Still doing his thing. Chapman's over there, 196 average. Castellanos, 29 bombs. Stott, 15. Patrick. Nola, 5 ERA. Painter and Wheeler, pretty good rotation. 4th in runs against, 9th in starter ERA. So they're not the best, but they're a little old, it looks like. The Cubs, they got Triantos, came up, 23. Didn't really do much. PCA is up, and he's going to be a superstar. 5 WAR this year. Good for him. Matt Shaw is up, also might be a superstar. 5 WAR again, also from him. Ballesteros. They have a lot of young guys. This guy's a catcher. Really cool to see. Morel is still there, 30 bombs. Hit like below league average though. Michael Bush was good. Hit a lot of slugging there. Good for him. Ian Happ is still kicking, 195 average though. Oh yeah, he wasn't good. Swanson still around. Cade Horton is their starter, along with Eduardo Rodriguez, Tyler Mahle. They have some injuries. Suzuki's out, Warner's out. Luke Little, Steele. Wow. Okay, well they're hurt. That's going to be tough for them. Let's look at the Red Sox. I know they have Juan Soto. They have Grissom too. Really good year out of him. Soto was hurt. 426 OBP though. Devers was really good. 45 bombs. Cassis 45 bombs. Abreu, I really liked him. Really good eye. Had a 1.8 WAR. Cool to see. Connor Wong, Trevor Story, Yoshida. Yeah, Shane Bieber, Cutter Crawford, Garrett Whitlock. So yeah, it's a tough team. Rangers, we played them a lot. Nothing really crazy to them. They just have Blake Snell. DeGrom is struggling this year. All right. The Rays, no more Yonde Diaz, but they got a lot of good young players who they have like double-digit home runs. 11th in runs scored, 5th in runs against, 88 win team. 2nd in zone rating though, so their defense is really good. The Twins, 6th in runs scored, 5th in runs against, 1st in zone rating, so they're the best defensive team in the AL. They got Hassan Kim now. They made a trade with the Padres, and they got Gabriel Gonzalez I think that's a former Mariner. And they look good. Buxton struggled, but we know what he can do. All right, we'll be back for the ALDS against either the Twins or the Rays. Thanks for watching, and playoffs next. Trying to repeat.